What's up? Oh, YouTube. Hello. It's another night dive here with Jetthro. It's working correctly. We're all set. How y'all doing? It's another night. Day 7 of a challenge here. Just trying to make it through. I'm finding it is a little easier to get on here and do these, knowing I have a challenge, knowing that I have to do this. So that's good. But I think my overall mental health or just whatever, I'm kind of just struggling. And I don't know, that's life. Man, I just want to dive into it. I'm going to stick to what I normally do. I'm going to do a quick moment of gratitude and a quick mantra, and then get into what I want to talk about. Now that I'm here, man, this fucking thing, dude. I love doing this, but man, it is difficult. Man, it's hard. I'm building up a gratitude, a base layer of gratitude that I've never had before in my life, where I see it daily now. I really just see it daily, where my modern, the quality of life that I have in comparison to what my ancestors had, or what my, even just my parents had. It's pretty high, and I'm really grateful for it, honestly. There's something to be said, though, about, I don't know. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but there's something to be said about the primal, human experience. I think I was touching on this in one of my other streams or night dives, where it's, fucking air conditioning is a modern convenience. It makes us comfortable, but it takes away a part of humanism in a way. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I mean or anything by that, but it battling the elements almost, and not necessarily battling is not the right word, but just embracing the elements almost, and being okay with it being hot or with it being cold. Not to a point where you're gonna fucking die, but I don't know, I feel the air conditioning and the modern conveniences have made me kind of soft in a way. Boy, but I'm glad they're fucking there. But I mean, seriously though, at the same time, it's I mean, and I don't really know what I'm trying to grasp at here, but even just shoes. I've heard so many times from not gurus, but spiritual people that not running, but just having your feet on grass for 10 minutes a day just grounds you and keeps you in touch with the earth and the vibrations of the earth. And I mean, I don't know. I think there is an energy. I think there's a vibration. I think the earth, vibrates at a specific frequency, or a couple of frequencies, and I think you can tune into that, and indigenous people and Native Americans, you know, like they knew what the fuck was happening. And, you know, ancient Chinese people, they mapped out the stars and they fucking knew what was happening, you know? And they just knew how to be a human in a way. Like, I'm almost thinking of Moana right now, where, you know, Moana, the whole story, if you haven't seen it, like, the whole story is she, jeez, I don't want to say the whole story, I guess, I don't know, but, like, essentially, like, her family, they essentially forgot who they were because of fear, which is fine. I mean, what, you know, it is what it is. But they forgot who they were in terms of, like, their ancestors could, like, know where they were sailing based off, like, mapping out of the stars. They knew where they were based off, like, what the stars were doing and where they were at. And they could sail from, like, island to island and then get back to their main island just based off, like, the stars. And, like, and now, like, we as humans, like, there's so much, like, light pollution, and there's so much, like, you know, shit like that. I don't know, people, I don't know, maybe there are a lot of people that still look at the stars. I don't. I don't know. And maybe all of that is, like, what I'm, like, kind of getting at is maybe, you know, some of the modern conveniences, God, they are fucking nice, Jesus Christ, yeah, but I don't know, maybe there's a part of it that, like, has stripped away the human side of me, the human part of me, you know, like, my ancestors, I'm Filipino, my ancestors, well, I'm also American, but, like, you know, at least half my ancestors are, you know, they sailed from island to island. There's, like, thousands of islands in the Philippines. And they had to have, you know, like, they had to have known how to do that. You can't just fucking Google Maps fucking going from one island to the other. See, and that's what I'm saying, too, is, like, I used to do this thing. Brandon, Casper, if you ever watching this, brother, you know what I'm talking about. But it like, on the, if you had something, like, on the tip of your tongue, if you had some, like, idea or some kind of, like something that was on the tip of your tongue and you couldn't remember what it was, we all, like, pull our phones out and we all, like, okay, I'm just gonna Google it, because it's easy. It's fucking easy. It saves time. It's, you know, all that shit. But if you don't, like, pull it out of your brain, if you don't if you don't, like, work on it, you don't pull it out of your brain, I don't know, you become not weaker, but, like, you just, like, lose a sense of, you don't build that connection. You don't, you know, and I feel like that kind of shit is, like, what it is to be a human almost. God, I really don't know, like, what I'm going for. I'm just talking based off feeling at this point. And I'm technically still on gratitude, but I mean, this is all kind of, like, what I'm just, like, feeling like tonight. I'm just, man, I was watching Dune. I'm reading the book right now, and I was just watching it. And there's so many elements in it that just touch on just being a primal, like, human being. Like, you strip away, like, think about it. You strip away cars. You strip away, like, air conditioning and, like, all of this, like, kind of modern stuff. And, if we have to live off the land, like, if we have to grow our own stuff and hunt our own stuff and do all that shit, yeah, it's going to be... That's why I'm saying, like, modern conveniences are fucking nice. But I don't know, like, capitalism has rotted our brains. It really has. It's like you have to produce something that seems of value in this world, and you have to trade your time to essentially, like, put a roof over your head. and have these modern conveniences and have these things that make things nice. Yeah, they make things way nice and easy, and they make it nice to live in, but it also just like it takes away like what we are as humans. I think that's what it feels like. I mean, man, I'm saying all this now, but like fucking throw me in the middle of the fucking water without any help and I'll be fucking drowning. You know what I mean? Because I've never lived, I've never lived like that. I've never lived, what is the fucking show? Survivor. I've never done anything like that. I don't know. So I was watching Dune, and man, there's so many elements, and like I'm reading the book. Oh my God, there's so many elements of like being a human, like it's so fascinating. It feels like the dude who wrote it had a grasp of this, had a grasp of something like this, because like the Fremen, those are essentially like the people in the book. To me, they're essentially like Native Americans in a way. They just know the land. They know, and in the story, it's just desert. They know how to live off the desert. There's just so many like quotes and sayings. What the title of this stream? It's just right from that book. It's just the mystery of life is not a problem to be solved. It's like a process to embrace, I think it is. And man, I didn't finish. I've seen it before, but I didn't finish it. And tonight, because I just wanted to get to this one point where, so this is what I've really wanted to talk about this whole night, and just kind of feel out and like think about, because there's a moment in there where the main characters are stuck in a sandstorm, and they're in a plane. Essentially, it's a helicopter type thing. It's set in the future, so it's like a helicopter type thing. And the main character, like it's part of his character. It's part of his story, but essentially he hears some voices when they're in this sandstorm, and he's fighting it. He's like trying to control the helicopter. He's like just fighting it. He's trying to like get up to like above 5,000 meters, and it's just not working. And like the helicopter, the glass is like starting to crack and break because the sandstorms are so bad. And he's fighting it, and then he hears these voices, and the voices say essentially like, let go. It says that quote, or that the title of this, it's like the mystery of life. He has a vision and he hears these voices. The mystery of life is not a problem to be solved. It's a process to embrace. And it goes on to say like essentially let go and like flow with it. Let go and just flow with the river of life, the mystery of life. And that's something that it just feels so right to me. But it feels right in my body, but I don't fully understand it. What does it mean to let go? I don't know. And I don't know who to ask. But like, it feels so right to me to just let go and just not try to like fight anything. Just not try to control anything, or just not try to see, because a part of me thinks like, let go and then like just not do anything. Like I hear let go and I'm like, okay, I'm just fucking gonna let go and just not do anything at all. I'm just gonna lay on my couch all day. But I know that's not what it's like after. That's not fully what feels right. But I can't place my finger on what does. Like let go of what? Like don't control what? Like my life? Like just let life happen to me fully? So like, I don't know, when I see like a pile of dishes that I need to do, see what I mean? I don't understand it. Like when I see a pile of dishes, do I just leave them because I'm just going to let life happen to me, and when they need to be done, they'll be done? Like I don't understand it. But that's my brain. I don't know. That's my brain getting in the way and like overthinking things, because my body understands it. It understands like the river of life, the ebb and flow of life. Like okay, I'm gonna fucking dive here. I'm gonna delve deep. Look, I believe in the Big Bang Theory. I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. Creation, I don't give a fuck what you think, because it's whatever. The Big Bang Theory, the Big Bang happened. There was at one point there was nothing, and now, when it fucking exploded. There was a little point and it exploded, and now we're here. And as astronomers have seen they've seen that galaxies now are moving away from us really fast. All of them are moving away from us, and we're moving away too from like all the other galaxies. And so what is it? It's like the red shift and like blue shift and shit like that. I don't remember which one is which. It doesn't matter, but essentially we're all moving away from us, and they've calculated that in however many billions and billions of years, we'll all be all the galaxies, all the stars will be so far away from each other that there'll be like a freeze, essentially, like a universe freeze or something, where there will be no heat, because we're all too far away from each other. So anyway, if you reverse engineer that, you can bring everything back. And if you think of it going backwards in time, it goes all the way back to one point in time. So everything that I am seeing right now, everything that you're seeing right now, everything that everything in existence that you know of came from that exact point. That one moment in time where that all the matter, every fucking thing every point of energy, every whatever it was all there, and it exploded, and now we're here. And we think, because we've become disconnected, that we think everything is separate. We think that this is a separate thing from my person, and technically it is, but technically it's not, because this is the exact same thing, energy wise, as me. It just is. So I guess I say all of that to say, the river of life is that all of the matter, all of the stuff exists, and then at some point it doesn't. Like, we are all eventually going to not exist. And that is on a macro scale. Obviously our bodies can only exist in this realm, in the whatever, for max like 100 fucking years or something like that, like 120 years or something. But that's just like a small moment in time for the whole entire universe, right? And so on a shorter scale, the macro scale is like, the billions and billions of years in the future, things are just not going to exist anymore. The galaxies are not going to, nothing's going to exist. But if we bring it down into something that like we can kind of relate to, obviously we're not going to exist. We're going to die at some point. These physical bodies are, we're going to die at some point. And man, it's, the things that we experience, the things that we get to see in this perception of time, of reality, is part of the river. If that makes sense. It's part of the river of life. And how do I let go? No, for real, how do I let go? I need someone to tell me. Because I understand, I feel it. I feel that part of it. I don't know if it made any sense to anybody. I don't care if it makes sense to me. And I feel it in my body. I do. It just like resonates with me. Like all of this, all this talk about energy and, all that stuff like that just resonates with me. But the concept of letting go and being a part of the river of life, I just don't know what that means, and I want to know. I want to know. Maybe I need to meditate more. I have been drinking a less, and meditating more, but I guess I gotta take it at fucking baby steps. I'm so hard on myself. I just want to like do it more and more and more. In one of my earlier streams, I came to a realization that I drink more than I want to. Maybe it was yesterday's. I don't fucking know. They're all blending. But I came to a thought that like maybe I drink too much. I don't. I like, in comparison to lots of other people, I definitely don't. But maybe I'm just kind of living in like a black and white like mindset, where I'm kind of like extremist almost, and like, even a little bit of alcohol feels like it's like too much. And it's like, why can't I just stop doing that? And then it's like, every time I want to drink, I should start meditating instead, because meditating, like this whole stream has reeked of of like, God, I need to meditate more. Just be in my body more and just slow things down more. And so I have been meditating a bit more, stretching a bit more, but I'm still drinking. So I don't know. Takes time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna find an answer soon, but I'm gonna keep it questioned. I'm gonna keep the question in my mind. Like, how do I let go? But go watch Dune if you haven't. It's amazing. There's or read it. I've read it once before, but I only got about halfway through, which sounds about right for me for the most part. But I'm probably over a third of the way through now, and man, it's so good. There's so many moments of like just beautiful, like, being a human. Anyway, I think I'm going to go on this path for a little bit. Maybe I'll do another one tomorrow. I don't know. I feel myself getting more and more spiritual every day, so maybe I will. I don't know. But thanks again for joining in. I'm going to end this one. If you guys see this in the future, and you're still around, thank you. Good night. Much love to you guys. Namaste. I'm going to start doing that, but see you guys later.